Hey, everybody. Welcome in, welcome in. I see we got Angie in the chat. Shout out to Miss Angie. How you doing tonight? Well, it's night where I am anyway. Dana, I see you in the chat too. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear me clearly before we get started. I did my sound check, but sometimes it still don't be right. Hey, Miss Sexy Ray. Hear you? Okay, good. Okay. So I had to have several screens up of YouTube, so I make sure the angles are right. But shout out to y'all. It's been a minute. I hope all is well. Shout out to everybody that's coming in, everybody that's going to catch this replay. Okay, quick disclaimer. Everything I say is alleged and or my opinion. Okay. Miss Sexy Ray say, miss you, SD. I was about to hit. Yeah, y'all know y'all can hit me up when I seemingly go ghost for a little minute. Y'all can email me and stuff and find me on TikTok. I was like, dang, I didn't realize it's been so long. Hey, she said, hey, Black. Say, hey, my first time here. Welcome in, Black. Welcome. Make sure y'all hit that like button on your way in. Get us in the algorithm. Y'all know how TikTok and YouTube like to do me. I complain about it all the time. And subscribe if you haven't already. Hey, Q. I see you in the chat. So y'all can tell by the thumbnail of this video or of this live that this is going to be basically like what can I call this? Like a calling out, not even necessarily a calling out, but just exposure, like about Priscilla, right? Priscilla, the so-called queen maker, who I've had my feelings about this so-called lady for quite some time. Hey, Coco G, I see you just joined the chat too. And, you know, I feel like, let me put my thumbnail on the screen. Wait a minute. I feel like, there we go. This is a very, very important topic. Several months ago, I had the chance to. Oh, that's Miss Sexy Ray in the chat. Okay, let me stay focused. Several months, I had the chance to interview a alleged essay, and I'm going to say alleged because Priscilla has not been charged for this. Like, she's on the run, as far as I'm concerned. She doesn't want to address these allegations that has been made against her, and I don't know if you guys got the chance to see that interview, but she's going to be here again, and we're going to basically talk about her experience with Priscilla. Priscilla has always gave me vibes of like a toxic masculine energy, like very toxic. That's what she gives, okay? So how I came into contact with the alleged victim, essay victim of Priscilla, was based. Okay, so Coco say, who is she? Oh my goodness. Okay, so maybe we need to talk about who she is. She is. Oh, Miss Sexy Ray say she sent me some on IG. Oh Lord, say I got to check my IG, child. Okay, let me explain who Priscilla is in my words. She is basically a so-called queen maker. She's very popular with her messages and, you know, She's supposed to be like to me, she's like a toxic cult leader for women. She wants to pretty much persuade or encourage women to stay clear of men altogether, right? So her tactics is, men are incapable of love, men are toxic, and a lot of things that she say do be actual factual. Let me make that clear. It do be actual factual. But the problem that I've noticed is that she weaponizes her message a lot. Okay, right. See, Black, they calling her a grifter, basically, because she started off bashing men in a sense, and then she kind of switched from that to bashing the women that she also claimed to try to uplift and free from the chains of censoring men, right? So a lot of people now are calling her a grifter. Okay, to me, she just playing with people. To me, she takes advantage of women who what I've noticed is that a lot of women that are attracted to Priscilla are victims of, mommy issues and possibly daddy issues. Okay. Dana says she doesn't really have a real message anymore. And I agree with that. I agree with that. I do. Okay. But in my opinion, I personally just stopped listening to her after I heard enough of her message. It's like, and then I kind of did my little research on her, and I'm like, why did she start? She was a girl. Like, let me, y'all know, I'm gonna show y'all some pictures. I got to show y'all what I'm talking about. Like, because she wanted to be feminine. And then it's like the more popular she get, the more influence she gain, the more appearances she make. It's like she just wants to be a man. How are you wanting to be the same man that you're telling women to run from and you know not pursue? And it just doesn't make sense to me. It's like, I don't have anything against people who are about that life, that are into same-sex relationships and things like that. But it's like, you look like and act like exactly what you're telling everybody to not want. So make it make sense. Say my light isn't working, but I'll be up shortly. Okay, Dana Fully Love, y'all, is who our special guest is for tonight. And we're just gonna vibe out. We're just gonna talk, and if she wants to, she can explain some things and her experience with Priscilla for those that haven't heard her story, and go from there. Okay, but I just wanted to bring awareness to this type of predatory behavior, um under the mask of, the queen maker. I'm making women recognize their sovereignty. I can't stand when they use these words and they make the real influencers who are genuine in their approach, and are genuinely using their influence to make an impact, and you want to make it seem like you're doing that when you're not. Her energy, her vibe does not give me authenticity. It doesn't give me a true girl's girl. It doesn't give me healed. It doesn't give me any of the things that she claimed that she is. Like, that was my issue with her. Before I knew about these allegations of SA against, another female, and before I even, what? Yes, I did. I questioned her relationship with her girlfriend, because I was wondering, like, why is her girlfriend 22? I think she was 22 at the time. She may be 23, 24 now, I believe. But Priscilla is knocking 40. So that was another thing that I'm like, why is she dating a girl that's so young, right? Those that know about the mind, the frontal lobe, and all of that, that's not even fully developed enough for you to be dating someone that young at your big old age. And just because you're a woman, that doesn't mean that you're off limits to dating young women. Like, but she's such a master manipulator that she got her girlfriend believing that she's done a good thing. You get what I'm saying? Like, she feels like she's grown. She can make the choices that she want to make. And Priscilla is not persuading her in a negative way. She feels like she's her savior. Is that not what a victim will feel like towards your predator? That they view them as a savior, in a sense. They view them as some type of god. Like, oh, you know, she feels like, oh, I learned so much from Priscilla, because I think people was pointing out the fact that she's starting to talk and act like Priscilla, and she is. Because I said the same thing. I'm like, this little girl, when you watch them on live together, she is quick with the answers, quick, right? Quick with it. Like, you can tell she's intelligent, but you can also tell that she's highly influenced by Priscilla. Okay, you say acting like a predator. Yeah, that's exactly it, Black. Acting like a predator. You say, okay, she sounds cultish. She does. And it's like, I'm barely even touching the surface with this because it's so much. And for those who haven't heard of her and don't know what I mean or where I'm coming from, please go watch some of her content. You'll see what I'm saying. Because a lot of things that she say is facts, right? Especially when she speak about psychology and she speak about, the make of a man and a woman and how we are genetically modified, quote unquote. And it's a lot of things that she tapped into that is facts, right? It could be scientifically proven. Okay. But if you are not using your influence to actually free people and you're just giving them enough information just so that they can follow you and don't seek any further knowledge or growth, right? Or personal development, then you're a fraud, right? Then you're a predator at that point. And you shouldn't have to down talk your followers to make them feel like they're insufficient, like they are not worthy, just to turn around and praise them in the same breath. That's some shit that a narcissist will do. She got this build you up and tear you down type of energy with her followers. That's what narcissists do, right? And people who have severe abandonment wounds and mommy and daddy wounds and things like that, they don't even realize psychologically that they are addicted to that type of dynamic. Build you up, tear you down. I see you, Dana, in the waiting area. I'm gonna let you in soon. Say that's how you get people hooked. They sprinkled. Hold on. Okay, hold on. She say that's how it is. People get hooked. They sprinkle in facts. Right. Exactly. Exactly. Narc vibes. Hey, Mercedes. Hi. Hold on. Okay, Dana, I'm about to add you to the stage now. Did I? Let me see. Did I add you?
Can you hear me?
I think I'm gonna have to put my headphones on to hear you.
Yeah, because it says everybody can see and hear me.
Yes, I can hear you now. Hey, how you doing, Dayton?
I am good. I was trying to get my ring light to work, but it wasn't doing what I needed it to do. So, hi,
No,
Chastity.
no, 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 no. It's your ring? Okay, hold on. Okay, hold on. Um, yeah, I was about to say my ring light is so raggedy. If y'all only could see it. Yeah,
At
it
least it
is.
worked. At least it's working.
It worked. I refuse to buy another one.
I know that's right.
Um, so basically just go ahead and introduce yourself to the people that are listening in, and share some of your experience, if you don't mind, with Priscilla, or just your thoughts, her angle and things that you notice when dealing with her face to face, right? And we'll go from there.
Okay. All right. So I'm Dana Fully Love, and I am a singer. Um, I I do a lot of stuff actually. I've been teaching people how to trade on the forex market for a while. Um, I bake. I do a lot of stuff. Just like an entrepreneur, if you will. And unfortunately, I decided to follow this person, and because like everybody else, all women who have gone through issues with men and can't seem to understand why they are doing what they're doing. Um, of course, we go and start following people and, listening. So I started following and listening to around May of 23. And like you said, a lot of stuff was on point. It wasn't like she was teaching me anything. I already heard this stuff before. Um, some of it, as far as the data, that's what really kind of made me really follow her a lot more, was because of how she did research and how she would bring out, stats and the things that I could actually research on my own. And so I like that. Now, granted, Cynthia G was doing that too, and that's why I liked her too, because she brought, facts and data to her conversation. So seeing her do that made me, kind of be attracted to her content. And again, like you said, the stuff that she was saying on point. And like somebody else said in the comments, that's how she got a lot of people sprinkling in truths with other stuff that she be talking about. Now, just like a lot of people say, you just pick up the things that resonate with you, and then the things that don't resonate with you, you don't really listen to that. So when she started talking about lesbians and yeah, we lesbians and all that stuff, nope. That's just one of those things you just block off because I'm not, one of those. So, um, meeting her in the book club is kind of like how you could get more, like a little closer to a content creator if you join more of their like one-on-one spaces, if you will. Now, I didn't join a book club to get closer. I joined a book club to go and see what the book was about, whatever, see how she breaks it down, etc. And so I at the time I really didn't look at it as cultish, but I it was like getting that way towards the end. I was like, this seems a little cultish, because a lot of people would change their avatars on YouTube to her logo. And I was like, well, a person suggested it in the group, and she was like, yeah, 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 y'all do that. And so it became a thing. Like she would tell the people to change their stuff whenever she would go on another panel. But the one thing that I found odd was that she would say she would be talking about these men, but then she'd be like she only can talk to men. As you can see, she was like, "Oh, I'm trying to get on this interview with this guy or this guy," constantly just trying to talk to men. And I really found that really strange that she said that. And it also brings me up to the point when we were on that trip, and she kept saying like, "I get along with men. I get along with men better than women." Yada 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 yada. That's why she worked in sales. Blase blase. And that was just really odd to me that you rather be in the male spaces versus being in the women's spaces and building real community. Um, so getting to be around her in person the very first time, my spirit told me that she was using me for something. She needed me for something. And everybody get used every once in a while, if you will. Um, whether it's for a ride or whatever. And so I just knew that she wanted me to watch her child, but she didn't say that. She like put it in a different type of context. Um, Not necessarily saying that. Um, Also, there's one more thing I was gonna say about that, but I'll move on from that. But getting in to see her in person again for the second time, which was the trip. Um, the beginning of the trip, like she was asleep the whole time in the car, so it wasn't a lot going on. When we picked up the girlfriend now, um, that's when not even 2 hours into that she started to show her male ways, the male that she talks about. Because I don't even want to talk about all men because it's not an all men thing. We'll just say the men that she talks about, which is her, because that's her. The only reason why she's able to talk like this is just like how Derek Jackson was able to talk how he talked, because he was that person. He did all that stuff. So he's the one that's able to speak it out. And that is exactly who she is. And exactly what you said. She is playing with people. I will never forget the look on her face when she walked out of the room coming to the car. It was just like a demon. I there's no other way to put it. A demon. A demon with a slick ass smirk on their face. Oh, you muted. I can't hear you.
Can you
Okay.
hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out how to add you to the stage. That's why I'm keep moving the screen around.
I saw
I don't
me on
know.
the stage at one point. Let me go to my YouTube on my computer to see it.
Like both of us could be on the screen.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. Can't say that
And I
I.
just can't figure that out for some reason. Okay, so what you saying is that you noticed that Priscilla, it didn't take long for her to change her personality on
or
the
her
trip.
or her master slip.
Right, that master or become exactly who she is.
Hmm.
And that's what it, and she does it even when she's online, like on live and stuff like that. If you can see it and just sit there long enough, it'll slip in.
Oh
Sometimes
yeah. Oh yeah.
I think people are just so, they want to have somebody to believe in so bad that they look past a lot of things that is there. It's been there
Yeah. The
a lot of
savior
time.
complex. The savior complex is real. People do be looking for
Mm-mm.
people to save them.
Yeah. And that God complex. And she talked about that too. She talked about that too. This is how I know she know that she's manipulating people.
Yep.
She knows exactly what she's
Yep.
doing.
Exactly. Exactly that. Yep.
And
Um.
like oh, go ahead.
No. 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 You go ahead.
I was gonna say, you know, I can see if she's genuinely trying to free people and using the fact that people do have this God complex. People really do. It's deeply embedded in a lot of people. And it's not something that's easily to break. So it's like I could see if you're given that information with the intent to guide you over to freedom. I still feel like she's taking them from one form of slavery to another form of slavery.
Mm-hmm.
Her slavery, right? Where she's the master and they the damn slaves.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And she's
Uh,
the god.
but the whole point is they're providing money for her, and so since they're providing money for her, that's they don't understand that they're being used there. Because see, this is Priscilla's real message. I hate to say her fucking name, Pissy, Pissy P. Her real message is women are stupid. Watch me talk all this shit about them and give them money. I mean, and they gonna give me money,
Mm-hmm.
and they gonna follow me. Watch how stupid they are. That literally, this is her message.
Yeah. And that's so toxic. It's so toxic. But that's true. And a lot of influencers does that same thing. They really do. Where they could talk down. I just can't take it. Me personally, you can't talk to me crazy and think that I'm about to support you and send you any damn thing. Like, no. I don't care that much.
Well, I think that she wanted all of this to happen anyway because she didn't have anything to talk about. Because the truth is that I wasn't going to say anything. I was going to sign uh NDA about their little whatever happened. I wasn't going to say anything, not about the SA stuff, because at that time I really wasn't even looking at what she did as SA because it was a woman. Um, I had to really realize like this. She really violated me, but um, dang it, I lost my train of thought when I was what I was saying about the other stuff, not the essay.
You were saying that you wasn't going to speak on
Oh
anything
yeah,
because you was going to sign an NDA. Why was you
yeah, I
going to
wasn't
sign an NDA?
because I wasn't going to speak on anything. Like I wasn't trying to out her being with this girl. Like I didn't want her to think I was trying to out her. And this is at the time on the trip. And like, I'm not trying to I really didn't care about their relationship. It was more so like I knew that this business wasn't gonna work out because of what the CEO was doing on the trip. Like she wasn't being a CEO. So it was just like that was just kind of like how we did things in the organization. So I was gonna sign an NDA. It's be like, well, I was just gonna part my own separate ways on my own and just be done. And pretty much go from there. So I was gonna say anything about their relationship. But the reason why I think she wanted this to happen is because she had nothing else to talk about. So she went over to that book club and started talking about all of this stuff. I didn't go to the book club and say, hey y'all, this is what she did. I didn't go to YouTube. I didn't go anywhere. Literally went to my team members that I was building the 501c3 with, and we talked about what we were going to do, and as a group because of what happened, and it wasn't even about to say anything. So she outed her own self. She literally did this to herself. She didn't have nothing else to talk about. So let me justify all of my actions on this trip and let me just start talking. Oh, there I go. And let me start talking uh bad about all women. So yeah.
I had to figure out how to do that really quick. So, okay. So basically, you're saying you met Priscilla in the group that she had through, was it through YouTube? Or it's just like a group that you can, did you have to pay to be in this group?
Yeah, he had to pay to be in the book club. Yeah.
Okay. So you met her basically through the book club. But
I
the
met.
girl,
Yeah, I met her basically more so. I didn't join the book club first. I actually joined. I actually did a one-on-one with her. I paid for a consultation because I actually thought she did coaching. Um,
okay.
but my session wasn't a coaching session, so it
How
was.
did the coaching session go? What was, why didn't it, why wasn't it what you expected it to be?
Well, she was just getting off of a plane, so she wasn't ready, and she was in a car driving um the whole time. So I wasn't expecting any of that. I thought
So
that
was the consultation for her to coach you to, what were you looking to get out of it and as an end result?
well, honestly, I'm trying to go back to that time. It was more so I did the coaching of it was something that she had said on one of her videos, and it's pertaining to that. I just can't remember exactly why, but I do know that I wanted to do some music with her because she did music, and so we talked about that, and we talked about, oh, I was building some businesses, and she had like some knowledge on business building, branding, marketing, so I was trying to get that type of information from her, see what she was doing. uh
Okay.
so that's kind of like what we mainly talked about on that thing. But again, like I said, I was expecting a little bit more because it was just more like conversation, kind of like what we're doing now, and
Mm.
wasn't any. She gave me like a couple of resources of things to try out. Um, but yeah, the whole drive in the car, like I don't even know if somebody was in the car. The whole time I was thinking that B Taylor was in the car, like the whole time. I don't know why I thought she was in there, but I feel like she had somebody else in the car. So
And B
um,
Taylor is her ex-girlfriend, right?
yeah, the girl that she was with on the trip, and then she was with somebody else. But yeah, crazy stuff.
So how did y'all wind up, for the ones that don't know, that's why I'm asking, because
Oh
some
yeah,
people don't know. Okay, so y'all, when she says B Taylor, that is Priscilla's ex-girlfriend, the one before the one she with now, which is Jasmine, who is the current girlfriend. Dana was friends with Jasmine, the current girlfriend, correct?
yeah, we had deemed each other best friends. That was stupid. But yeah.
Well, you thought you could trust her, right?
Yeah, and her old best friend came out against her on TikTok as well, talking about who she.
Recently?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think you might have. Is that something you tagged me in? Did you tag me in
I
something like that?
can't remember if I tagged you in it or not.
I don't know. I think I might have seen it though. I think I
Yeah.
might have seen it. She said she was friends with
Yeah.
Jasmine.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how did it get to the point where you wind up out of town with Priscilla and Jasmine, leading up into the point where Priscilla thought that it was okay to violate you sexually?
So there, we have a lot of different people in different areas, and we were seeing that people were in the same area. So I created this Dallas sector, if you will. And so the people in there, we were really cool. One of the girls' birthdays, it was her birthday, and so we went to the spa. I treated her to the spa, and for her birthday, and we had a really good time. And I think we were looking at Princella's one of her something that she was on, and I was like, she looked like she drained. She like she could probably use something like this. And the other girl was like, yeah, this probably would be something good for her, you know. And so I decided to hit her up on a book club and ask her if she wanted to go. And Eventually, she said yes. I asked her if she wanted to go when she invited me out to the um, real life street stars. When she had asked me to come out there to the interview with her, she just asked me to come. So during that interview, this was a domino effect. So if you go onto the domino effect on the real life street stars, that's the video that I wasn't on that video. I was just there. That's the interview that she was there for. So yeah, during that time, that's when I asked her about B Taylor during that time, and she was saying she was they were still together. Um, I'm trying to think what else. She she basically after okay, so after me and the girl went on the trip, I talked to her after the book club, and she went when I went there at the real life street stars. She I gave her money to go, so I gave her money for her, Nico, and Amaya, her daughter. All three of them, it's like $50 to get in for each person. So I gave her that amount of money for them to enter into the spa, whatever the case is, because I wasn't going to be able to go. And I asked her if they wanted to go while they was there. She was like, yeah. So basically, she just took that money and ran. She didn't do it. She didn't go to the spa at all. And that should have been like red flag for me, number one. But she said she didn't have time to go to the spa, and so they didn't go. Um,
And that's why y'all was on the trip.
well, that
Y'all
this
were
is
already
prior.
there.
This was
Oh, that was prior to.
yeah. This
Okay.
is this is prior to. So we started, building up the 501c3 a little bit more, and we decided to get her on the
You
board.
broke up a little bit. Can you repeat that?
Oh, I don't know what's happening. I got all my bars.
You
Okay.
said something about a 501c3. So y'all was going into business together.
Right. So me, Jasmine, another lady named Cupcake, and another lady, Moon. We all four of us decided to build up a 501c3. So we were not paying attention to anything going on with Priscilla. So what we were doing is building that business up and not really paying attention. And so we decided to ask her if she wanted to be on the board. um we wanted more access to her um I don't want to say fan base. What is it? Following base. Wanted more access to the followers so we can get find like-minded women to be a part of the 501c3. This is like this all is business. Prior to this, we briefly talked about people dating her and how ego was her main thing, because we were trying to figure out like what is it about her. I'm talking about me and Jasmine talked about this.
Mhm.
Um, so I ended up staying again after book club, speaking to her about being on the board, and I was friends with another girl. She was not in the book club, but I had joined her uh travel agency team, and we were building up our travel agency stuff. So I said I invited Pissy P to this trip that we were doing, because since she didn't get to go to the spa, and this was going to allow her the time to say, I spent time with my followers support me, they put me in a safe space, blase blase. We wanted to show her a good time because we wanted to do more trips for other content creators. Just basically it's a business, so that's what me and the other lady was doing. And so Jasmine was going to join my team for the travel agency as well. So I invited her too. So they didn't know each other. Like, them two people that are together now were not talking beforehand. No, no time ever in life. Okay. Um, because I was in when I was at the real life. Sorry, my phone fell. When I was at the real life Street Stars thing, Jasmine was on the phone with me the whole time, and like she was in a whole like fan starstruck mode. So um, I just remember her like wanting me to take pictures and all that kind of stuff. So like I'm saying, she is not they try to like do this story to like they knew each other, they were talking beforehand. No, they wasn't, not even close. um and Jasmine was not even attracted to her at all.
So Jasmine wasn't attracted to her. So you saying Jasmine was a little starstruck at first, but she wasn't attracted to her?
Yeah, because we talked about it prior to. She was like, ew, she's too old. Yeah, exactly what I
Yeah, I
was.
think she was, and she might have felt like that too at the time. I don't know, but
At the time she
she
probably
could
did,
have been
but
fronting.
well, no, at the time she probably did because she was actually talking to another chick at the time,
Okay.
post shorty. So yeah,
Wow.
so she was just talking to another chick. She wasn't even. I was like the whole time I was there, I was just like, bro, this is crazy. Like this, everything that was going on in my head, I was like, bro, this whole like nobody is going to believe what's happening. This is why I was texting somebody in real time everything that was happening,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm
Right.
so glad I did.
And you still have that on your TikTok where people can go and look if they want to actually do the research and you
Yeah,
know.
people don't do research though, because those
And they
videos are up
don't.
there. They up
They
there.
definitely don't.
They do
But
not
she
research.
definitely has the receipts on her page. And I don't know if I re-upload some of this to my video section, I probably will upload some text messages and things like that. But if y'all want, just go to her TikTok. She has it there.
Definitely got it on there because I got the first three. They only let you pin the main, three videos, but six overall talking about this. Um, the main thing.
Uh-oh,
I,
you went out. Can you hear me?
yeah, I can hear you fine. I don't
Okay.
know. I don't even know why I'm going out. I got all my bars. I'm on Wi-Fi. Maybe let me get a
That's so
phone.
weird. Um, I'm just like while we waiting on Dana to come back in, I'm
We're
just
just
thinking about how she said Jasmine was starstruck and Priscilla knew that. She knew that. Even if Jasmine was thinking like, no, I don't want to talk to her. She's too old, blase, blase. I think she still could feel that Jasmine was starstruck and she could use that and weaponize that as well.
Oh yeah, she definitely she knew that because she's 20, she's young. She's 20 at the time she was 23. And I'm like
Mm,
she when we were sitting in the car and she asked me about sucking on the stuff. I'm like, she 23. Well, you think she gonna tell you no?
right. And
And
she
we
talking about stuck it on that girl. That is so disgusting. And it's not because it's two women. It's because she's so old to me. Like
it ain't even that for me. It was you only known her 2 hours. Like we literally
that too. Like what the hell?
and this is stuff. This is like real predator perv male behavior.
Yeah, but we gonna get to that because that's something right there. She felt comfortable enough to even tell you that is crazy. But again, I feel like she think that she invisible and she can do whatever the hell she want to do.
It's okay because nature boy learned. She will too.
And she ain't nothing but a nothing nature boy, as far as I'm concerned.
Hmm. He had got caught.
Anyway.
I've been watching a documentary that Hood Horrors. Shout out to Hood Horrors. Definitely doing a great job on that documentary. I told him I
Mm,
for this one. Just let me know because there will be one
yeah.
for this. Um, but the main
I'm gonna
thing,
let you finish telling.
yeah, what the main thing is that they did was slandered my name. and defame my character by like
Right.
calling me a stalker and a scammer. And I got a video on this YouTube channel. I think no, it might not be this. It might not be this channel. It might be on my TikTok or my Patreon. It is on my TikTok of this lady basically saying I don't know where these allegations came from. Now she heard it online herself, so she did the video. So she just basically a full blown witness right there. Saying that this is what they said, what they were saying about me.
And that wasn't her experience with you.
Exactly. She's like, no.
Right.
She was like, the $20, you can't even scam nobody with $20 like that for real. She was like, we all voluntarily went to her for these services. Like nobody was scamming nobody.
Okay. Let me read some of the comments. She said she probably like them young because they are moldable, says most predators. Exactly.
Oh,
What else could it be, Coco G? If we just looking at the facts, and she clearly says any man that gets with a young female is because he's a predator and he wants to control her. These are things that she say. So what makes her think that she's any different from an older man seeking out a young female that he think is young and dumb that he can mold and control? It's the same tactic. She just think that she's invisible because she is a female as well. And Black, when I say she old, I mean like she's older than Jasmine. Like I'm not no young tenderoni myself, but Jasmine is definitely what is the difference? Like a 15-year difference or something?
16, and it's a cougar banging a cub.
16-year difference? That is insane.
A
That
cougar
is insane.
and a cub
And
banging.
about a cool. Yeah, but that is what it is. Like Priscilla know what she doing. She know what she doing. And when people talk about it, and when you started to tell your truth about what she did to you, they had the nerves to call you a stalker, you were harassing them. They started to paint you out to be the monster,
Yeah,
which
because she
is
had
ironic
damage control.
for somebody that's not bothered, don't address this and don't talk about this. But she heard you start talking, and all of a sudden you're attacking her. Oh, she's lying, or whatever the case is. Like people are literally attacking you in comments. When I read some of the comments,
Oh
like when
yeah.
you tell your story, even
Oh,
on a post that I made, they
oh, yeah.
be like, "Oh no, Priscilla would never do this, and she's making up lies, and whatever they believe." And I'm just going back and forth. Sometimes, if I got time, it's just like, how are you going to say who Priscilla would or wouldn't touch based off what you believe is a beauty standard or not? First of all, secondly, they think that Priscilla is an angel, so they're going to not, they're going to ignore any negativity that will come out about Priscilla because they already got Priscilla. They worship her. Shit.
People
They
watched them already. They already gone.
Right. So they're not going to see the truth. They don't want to see the truth. Exactly, Coco. She say brainwashing at its best. Like, how are you? I said, so what does how a person look have to do with them being sexually assaulted?
Yeah, that was the best she could
Wouldn't
come up.
that be the very reason why they would do it then, if that's the case? Like, it still doesn't take away the fact that it happened, regardless.
So she never said she lying. She ain't never said she ain't do it. She never said none of these things. Only thing she's
Exactly.
somebody. I don't watch any of her stuff. So somebody sent me what she said, and I was just like, I'm dark. I'm dark skinned. I've been called talked about since I was little. That shit don't even affect me at all. Um, I
Which is ridiculous.
I haven't been this size my whole life. I got pregnant. I had PCOS, which is the hardest way of losing weight. Period, because it just don't want to come off at all. And I've lost a lot of weight since my pregnancy.
And
Actually,
you don't have to explain it, Dana. You
Oh,
don't have to, because people are colorists. At the end of the
oh,
day, people are colorists.
people following her that look exactly like me. So she's literally talking about them and they're following her.
Exactly.
And
And
so
her Jasmine is not light either.
no,
She's
she
a chocolate girly. So just because, like, I don't know, people are slow. People are very slow, and I'm just I just can't respond to everybody. It's stupid to me. It's stupid.
somebody earlier said she'll probably pop up black. Said that she'll pop up in the chat. Oh, that girl will not face me. If anything, she gonna run if she see me.
Exactly, because she
Oh,
don't want to be exposed.
I
She
already,
don't want to give too much attention to you either,
I already
because
heard.
she don't.
She can't.
Hmm.
I said I already heard she can't fight. Um, but
Child.
baby, I'm in training to whoop. Come on, I'm ready. Cause
And
you
she
ain't.
definitely don't want it with me either. I just said a lot of things about Priscilla. She has yet to address anything. So she knows who to address and who not to address. Because at the end of the day, she knows it happened.
She know what she did. Like she knew to do it to me because she knew people wasn't gonna believe me. Then she gonna say I would never date a person like blah blah blah. Girl, we wasn't dating. We wasn't on a date. Or maybe she
Right.
felt
Or try to flip the
look,
narrative.
may-
Right.
maybe she felt like I owed her something because she bought me two drinks, like a guy.
Like you was sending her mixed signals, right? Like oh, she sent me drinks and she paid for this and she, you know,
I paid
y'all
for
were friends. Y'all were supposed to be friends. She was supposed to be a mentor,
supposed to
right?
be supposed to fake.
She took advantage of the fact that she was a respected mentor,
Mm-hmm.
and she took advantage of that.
That she took the advantage so much to say that basically she deserved access to her the girl body because she's her teacher and she instilled all this value into her, and so she deserves to have a good time on the trip with her body.
Toxic cult leader 101. I have literally heard this same story, same narrative with all of them. And guess what? They all go down the same. Jail.
Baby, I can't wait because
They
it,
all go down that same road. It's like they think they are invisible to the shenanigans and the bull crap. They think they're invisible to it. To somebody else come about, because you tell your story, somebody else gonna tell their story. B. Taylor told her story to a certain extent. You know, she didn't say that anything happened to where she did things against her will. However, I'm sure there's other women that can attest to it. It's just a matter of them speaking out
the
and
strippers
pressing charges.
the strippers at the strip club can. She got banned from the strip club doing stuff like the same stuff she did to me.
Which and that was in Texas.
Yeah, that's right in Houston where she lives. I'm gonna go out there and find them because they don't know.
So
They don't. Don't nobody know that girl for real. She paid for her subscribers.
so
Don't.
Priscilla was banned from a strip club for violating women at the strip club, allegedly.
Yeah, like she literally told me this after she did what she did to me. As like I don't know why she was telling me that. Like I don't like. Are you justifying what you just did or? I was
Okay, so before we get to that part, let's, you know, walk us through as much as you feel comfortable doing, but walk us through, that experience that you had with Priscilla and, your thoughts. How did the other girls handle it that was there, that may have seen it or knew about it? Um, and just how did Priscilla take it? Like how you say she felt like it was something that she could do or she done it before. She wanted to make you feel comfortable in some weird ass way.
that's some weird shit. Um, Leading up to it, yeah, we were celebrating the girl that I was a part of her travel agency. We were celebrating her birthday on this day. So this is April the 24th. Um, I want to kind of pause for the cause because the police report says the 23rd. I had a police officer that was like, this is girl on girl stuff, basically, and not taking this shit seriously. And so I haven't talked about this police stuff at all yet, but I'll come back on here and talk about it whenever I finish it. Like, I haven't went anywhere else and talked about this at all, about the police, because that's a whole nother thing. So the police report is a little spotty and messed up because this dude was putting what he wanted to put in the report. Not, I mean, why record the report if you just gonna write down what you want to write down? Because I have not changed what I've said at all from day one. So um so on the
So it
24th.
sounds like the police officers may have dismissed it a bit because, or wasn't listening either because they wrote down what they wanted to on a police report, but dismissing it because it was, like you say, a female violating another female, or what? That's impossible. That's what girls do, or that's not really looked at as GAY in society, or, or as assault in society.
Well, and people that live in Arkansas need to be very careful because after reading the laws there, you only get quote unquote SA'd if you are a child, disabled, or elderly person. They don't even look at it if you are uh, just an adult.
And that doesn't matter what you are, boy, male or female, right?
That's why I'm like, if you
That's
live in Arkansas,
crazy.
you better go read some laws before you move somewhere
So
because
they,
yeah,
wow.
but it's called harassment there. And if this would have happened in Texas, it's considered, it's a definitely SA all the way.
See, that says a lot right there that they consider it harassment versus SA when you were physically violated
Exactly.
by somebody's body part and they call it harassment.
Hmm.
They so far behind.
Hmm. So yeah, that I'm telling you, the police thing is a whole nother story. That is a rabbit hole itself. But um, we basically at the beginning of the day were decided what we're gonna do. So we had to go to celebrate at the restaurant. It's called Main Event. It was at the casino. And when we went there, basically, this is when she really ramped up this male identified type of thing. I remember her telling me that she was a male in her past life several times. And
I can believe that.
oh yeah, I can too. And she basically she like started putting her hands in front of her like she was in the military or something. I just didn't understand why she was just acting or putting on this role. And then she was like, I don't know, like I can't really remember all the little things that she was doing at that moment because I'm not really trying to walk myself really through the reliving of this shit again, if you will. So, um, as we were walking, I just remember saying to her, "Why you acting like the dude that I would never date? Like you, this is literally how you're acting." And I remember Jasmine busting out laughing. Um,
Corny.
yeah, Jasmine had on this shirt that was it wasn't revealing. It wasn't a revealing shirt, but you know, pissy. She just couldn't contain herself. I'm just like, bro. And I remember too, like, I think she's obsessed with boobs because I remember in the hotel, she mentioned something about both of us, said something about both our boobs. And I was like, oh, you're mannish. You're mannish. I remember,
Child, what she say?
I'm trying to remember exactly how we, oh, girl, I'm trying to remember. I just remember her standing in front of both of us. We were talking to her and she was looking down at our boobs. And we both said to her, like, why are you looking at our chest? Like, why are you looking at our boobs?
You know what? I think because And I'm sorry, I just need to say this
Of
because I
course.
really feel it's really heavy coming from Priscilla's energy that I would not put it past her if she do like orgies and things like that. Like she just seemed very perverted to me. Her energy is very perverted.
Well, she does. I think she practiced sex magic stuff, like black magic and
That's
stuff.
what I'm really getting at. That's what I'm really saying.
Mhm.
Yes,
Oh,
absolutely.
she does that stuff for sure.
I,
Yeah.
I feel it. And when I look at her pictures, that's all I feel. Just perversion, just lust.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
then when I found out that Jasmine was a stripper, it just clicked. Like this is exactly why she was really attracted to Jasmine. It's a lust thing.
The crazy part is Jasmine wasn't even a stripper. She wasn't stripping when we were doing the 501c3. So she was working and she was not doing any stripping at all.
Mm.
And so I'm just like, how the hell did you go from not stripping to not stripping, getting yourself from out of the club, to you being with this girl who gets money, quote unquote, and you doing stripping again?
And she still does it.
That's why I'm
She
yes.
still does it.
I'm like,
She
how
advertises it on her Instagram.
I saw somebody send it to me. Cause I'm definitely not following none of these people. Like, why?
Yeah, I went and looked myself. She does. She's advertising it on her Instagram, and it kind of conflicts with what Jasmine was saying about Priscilla taking care of her. If I could find a video for y'all, I would play that while we on live tonight. But she was talking about how Priscilla takes care of her. Pretty much, she living this good life, this soft girl life, right? Why are you still stripping, ma'am? That lets me know
Look,
that she probably either being forced to do it or she just not getting paid like she say she getting paid by Priscilla. Like she's saying she's getting paid more working for Priscilla than she was making stripping. She get paid double, triple that.
I
But you
feel
still advertising that ass on Instagram, so it don't make sense.
I'm not even laughing to be like I'm not even being funny because the real truth is I believe that Princella got some pimp in her and
At pimping, okay.
this with some girls before. I feel like she's done this before, and this you're right. It probably is forced because I'm gonna tell you
That
right
bitch, she a madam, Dana.
that's what I'm about to say. She about to
Mm,
She a madam and she go get the girls. I literally
eh,
this is P Valley in real life. And I see if anything, let's say me and the parrot, because I reference Jasmine as the parrot now because she just repeat everything Priscilla says. So
and do and do.
hey, the parrot and I were still talking right now, best friends, and she wanted to go back to the pole. I'd be like, girl, teach the other girls how to use the pole, and that's how you grow your money. We're not going to go to the pole to be just going to the pole to
But
be
she got an answer to Pimp Daddy Priscilla.
yeah, pimp now pimp pissy p.
Pimp Pimp Pissy.
Yeah,
Child.
I can see her probably going through her community looking for other girls right now to go put on the
Matter of
pole.
fact, it's a cover up. It's a cover up. The whole community is a cover up. Why do you think didn't some of them girls turn on you when they should have been supporting
Yeah,
you?
yeah, yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why. It's a cult. Like they're literally in a cult.
But
And where
see,
they freak on each other.
ain't nobody call on her like they did Nature Boy. So
It's just a matter of time.
yeah,
It's just a
well, she
matter of time. Every liar got
all
his
the
day.
all the eyes on her. She trying to be careful now. She ain't gonna do nothing now. She gonna be like, oh, I can't make no moves. Can't make no moves right now.
And she uh-oh, hold on, sorry. I was trying to find this video. Hold up.
Oh no, you fine.
She
They were sending a video in there.
I was trying to find it. I'm gonna see. Let me go to my I'm gonna go from my phone. But you can go ahead and
What is the next you want me to go over? I know.
finish. Just go into some of the details, or whatever, however you want to explain this. Where she lost her damn mind and touched you.
Mm,
That the events leading up to that point, and then um what did she do after that, and just your experience.
so we got into the. Oh yeah, I was telling y'all about the main event. So we went in there. It's not called main event. It's called main line, and it's at the Racer Casino in Hot Springs. And yeah, so when walking in there, she was acting really weird. So then she got a phone call. I don't think I ever mentioned this to anybody on any other things, but she got a phone call, and I know it was B Taylor. Either she got a phone call or she called them. One of the two. I just remember her getting on the phone. When we were walking in, the girl birthday, she said, "Did she just say that she don't like us?" I said, "I don't know who she talking to, and I don't know what she talking about, but we just gonna go ahead and go and celebrate your birthday because I don't know what she talking about." So, come to find out, yeah, that she was talking to B Taylor because B Taylor literally said the same thing on her exposed in the video on TikTok. That's when where she said it out. So, um, when we were in there, like she was like really soaking the whole day because I told them that we were there for healing and not hooking up. So she was like soaking the whole day. And I was like, I wonder why she can't gain a grip on it when she's supposed to be the person that teaches everybody about this stuff. So I'm getting more and more evidence, data, if you will, that she don't live the life that she talk about. So um when we got in there, like, we got our stuff and we were playing these games. Like it's supposed to be darts, but we were doing axe throwing. We were throwing these axes. And so at one point we were all dancing, like me and the parrot was dancing with each other, not in a gay girl way, just like how friends dance with each other. And then went over there to her because she was looking so low, and I was like, okay, come on, let's dance, trying to spruce her up a little bit, trying to come on, lift her spirits, come on, pissy, dance with us, that type of thing.
Now, why was she not in a good mood, Priscilla?
Because I told her we were there for healing and not hooking up. And we were going to go back to our scheduled plan because before that, me and the birthday girl came in the day before, came in from Walmart, and they were like laid up in the bed.
Okay. Now, for y'all, like I said, a lot of these details are in the initial interview that I did with Dana about 6 months ago, but you got to go on my video section, and I'll probably pin it in the comments too. So she pretty much just highlighting some of the um events that took place leading up into her being sexually assaulted by Priscilla.
Yeah, so basically, because that day before they were, like I said, laid up in the bed, and then they were being, in my opinion, disrespectful because you could hear her sucking the girl's boobies while we were in the room. Her daughter's in there too. We could literally hear her
Now
doing
that's
it.
a new detail. I think you can hear it.
Yeah.
That lady done lost her damn mind.
I went outside and I don't even know how long I was after because I hadn't started texting them yet. I hadn't started texting my homies yet because I was not like, I don't know, like a piece of me was still trying to be loyal to her because she, we all were adults and y'all can do y'all thing, whatever. But at the same time,
Hmm.
I'm like, bro, y'all just doing too much now. Now you're doing too much. And go ahead.
I was gonna say it's almost like she just really changed something that should have been more professional to a fuck fest. And I feel like that's what she want. That's ultimately what her intentions is,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know?
What, ain't that what the boys say? The boys was like, yeah, she just want to have a orgy with everybody and her with
Right.
all her followers.
She don't have no boundaries. It's like she this broken little girl, because that's what she really is. She's a broken little girl on the inside in a major identity crisis with this massive amount of influence and admiration and worship from people.
Mm-hmm.
And she don't know really what to do with it or handle it in a healthy way because she's so toxic and unhealed and
Immature in the space. She doesn't in
yes, like
the girl that has not connected those frontal lobes, if you will.
exactly.
So
Her
she just,
damn self.
oh, I'm gonna play in the fire. I don't care if it burns up everybody else. Well, it's not necessarily I don't care. It's more so, oh, I didn't know it was gonna burn everybody else up because you still like five and you don't understand what you're doing. But yeah,
Right. With all that information she got, all that knowledge she got.
well, she gotta focus there because focusing on herself is not where, she about to put that energy. She gotta go get everybody. Everybody that got her, she gotta go get everybody else. Like I remember my son, he used to, if somebody bit him at the daycare, whoever was closest to him got it, and that's basically what she does.
Right.
But
Who you say who essay Miss Sexy Ray? Priscilla the Queen Maker. Okay. S8 Dana that we have as a special guest tonight on the screen. And I interviewed her 6 months ago or so, and she told her story in detail. Leading up into that, we just kind of like, swifting through a lot of the events that took place so that you guys can understand where the essay come into play and how it was handled and mishandled and dismissed by the people that they were with on this vacation or this trip, and how she was pretty much not given the proper justice that she deserved as a victim.
so basically, she was in a bad mood because I had told them, like I said, we wasn't there for hooking up. We were there for healing, and that basically that night before, the birthday girl, saw them doing stuff in the bed. Mind you, her daughter's in the bed with them. So that's why I even addressed it and said, hey, we're not here for hooking up, we're here for healing. And so basically, I said, I'm gonna hang out with you and your daughter and uh, the parrot. She'll hang out with the other girl. And when I say hang out, I mean like they'll sit in the back. You sit in the front with me in the cars. You and I can like talk to each other. If we are out, we're all out together, cool, whatever. But don't be trying to click up with each other and walk off from us because that's what they were trying to do. They were walking like two little sad dogs. You know how you put the kids on the line, you separate them in the line. That's how they were.
Mm-hmm.
Was acting like that at first. But then the parrot, she spruced it up a little bit and she got herself together later on that night. So like I said, we were dancing with each other. So her doing what she did in the bed with her daughter and that made the other girl uncomfortable. So she came and told me, and I addressed her about it. I confronted her about it. Now this is when I started texting my business partners in real time about what was going on. I wasn't even going to say anything, but one of my chiefs staff, she basically was saying, "You got to say something because for real, this was a business trip overall." And Pissy was supposed to be there to be doing some refreshing and healing herself, and so she was like, "I'm not here on business." That's what she kept saying. I'm not I'm not on business, but you can still be professional, you know. So, um,
She was saying she she wasn't on business. Mm,
you
that's
said,
it. I'm telling you, people tell you what their intentions be all the time. You just have to listen and
hmm
believe it. Because what do you mean? You supposed to be professional all the time. These are people that you know based off of a group that they pay money to be in. You're supposed to be professional,
yeah,
not trying to feel on people and violate people and suck on boobs.
hmm
But okay.
go off, sis. So, I'm trying to remember where I left off at. Oh yeah, so we're at the main line. So she grabs my hair and she goes, "Is this what you want? Is this what you want?" This is the first time she put her hands on me, and I'm like, Why are you even doing this?" Like, I looked at her like, "What the? Like, what?" So I grabbed my chest and I walked away. And the other girl, the birthday girl, was like, "What is that all about?" I said, "I don't know. I didn't do anything for her to like do this. Like, I gave her nothing for her to even do any of this. You know what I'm saying?" So that made the birthday girl uncomfortable because she like, why she like, ain't she supposed to be talking to the other girl? Like, why she even thank you, sexy Ray. And so she like, it's like somebody that throws a rock out of their hand. So she basically wanted to go to the car. She wanted to go to the car after that. Excuse me. And so she went to the car, whatever. So then we decided to go ahead and get out of there, the rest of us. And I was supposed to be gambling, so I was going to go drop them off. But she ended up coming back to the casino with me. I let the stuff that she did earlier roll off my back because I really didn't know how to take that because I didn't know what she was doing, not registering me what's going on. Like, I really didn't understand what was happening because I've never really been around or been violated by any lesbians or, But to me, she's not no real lesbian. She's only had four girlfriends. None of them worked. Well, three girlfriends. None of them worked. She's with one now, and she's gonna push hard for this because she saw that they were a match in the tarot readings and all that stuff, and so she's gonna fight tooth and nail for this one. So they are gonna probably hold on for dear life with this one. Until she,
Yeah,
yeah,
I could
until
see that happening, especially oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead. Which you said, especially if
I was gonna say, especially if Jasmine feel like, this is her soulmate. If she got her to really believe that, then she's gonna fight tooth, teeth, and nail to stay with Priscilla no matter what the world say.
yeah, until
Right.
she runs out of money, and until because don't they call on the men simps that pay for their women? Because she literally said, and the girl was sitting right there. I'm not taking care of no woman. You gotta have your
That's
own.
what Priscilla said.
Uh-huh. The girl was sitting right there.
Interesting.
She said, "You gotta have your own stuff." Yeah, I mean, this was crazy. I was like, bro, she literally said this right here in front of the girl, and the girl just parrying it. Yep, you gotta have your own stuff. Yep, you know what I'm saying. But she
So why she
what?
well, I guess what? I guess she look at it now that Jasmine works for Priscilla, then she got her own stuff. No, you're under mad control right now. She control your money. That's crazy work.
And then you have that teacher student type of idolization, admiration, very unhealthy, very,
Very strange.
yeah, very wild and strange. Role play BDSM, if you will. I don't know what's happening.
Like some type of weird fetish. Like, do you
Yeah.
like yeah, it's just like it's giving me like a like a high schooler liking or like a student liking their professor or something, or the professor liking a student or something to that like dynamic. It's just giving me weird vibes. It really do.
Yeah.
Even though
Um,
they're grown, like, okay, we can give it to Jasmine. Yes, Jasmine is technically legal age to do whatever she wants to do. But as far as mental and psychological abuse, I don't think that she has a clear understanding of what that is.
yeah, when I used to talk to her, she appeared to be pretty bright. Never did I think that she would go down this road, but I know that teacher student dynamic can be a big thing, to where you have this infatuation and admiration for a person that's just very unhealthy. That is, and speaking on that, if you remember that, if you put a pin in that, I'll come back to that, because you mentioned what they did after it happened, and basically that was a conversation that me and Jasmine had, um, after it happened, about this exactly, unhealthy admiration for
Mm-hmm.
somebody who's in leadership, or because it is that professor that's messing with the 19-year-old that just came in, the 18-year-old that just came in as a freshman. I went to college when I was 17. So, yeah, 17. And the
It's
professor talk to you?
yeah,
Yeah.
it's
So,
giving predator. It's
all day,
just predatory behavior.
all day, all day. Um, and um, the second time she did this or whatever. So, the context of us being in the casino before, when we got there, we were in the car. We talked for like 20 to 30 minutes in the car, just kind of like about a lot of different stuff. Like, she didn't know what she was going to talk about, because you know I don't know, like, if she didn't know what she was going to talk about on the women sector, as far as telling women more about men or what to talk about, but she doesn't have any creativity to come up with anything on her own, so she needed something else. Now, we did play this game that she has on the first day, and it's a manipulation game. And I think the game, to this day, I still feel like it's like a voodoo vibe type game. See, I didn't think you can get like voodoo spells or anything put on you, but with some damn fake ass cards that ain't even a real, it's not even a real game. But I don't know what she did to them cards. But she's playing out that card game in real life right now. The manipulation games, a game to teach women how to manipulate.
Mm.
So, um, got a lot of the stalking and stuff allegations from us playing that game. Um, but anyway, so we
So
talked.
with the game, I know you mentioned this before, but I'm thinking like with the game, the manipulation game, is this something that she sells to her collective of people? Is it, or is it just something that she uses with people?
I don't
Or is
think
it a
she's.
product?
I don't think she's done building it and doing it, because this stuff happened as she was doing it. As she was building it. So we were like guinea pigging it, just testing it out.
A
So
manipulation game. Wow.
yeah, it's. I'd be like, how you try to erase stuff from your memory, and yeah, this. I ain't even trying to go into that game, because it. But basically, she's playing that game. What's happening right now is, and the rules is getting people on your side, getting followers, and gaining, like, your numbers going up. How many people can I?
Influence.
Yeah. How many people can I influence? And it's like, if there's other people playing, you can go and influence those other people's um teammates to come over.
Basically like
So
what she did with Flaw Villain.
no, I was the first person she did it with. She did it.
Two.
So
Two.
basically, when she went into the book club, she went in there and said, Either if you following this person, you finna get kicked out of this book club.
Oh, she gave them an ultimatum.
Oh yeah. Mhm.
Oh, she was flat out with it. Okay. Yeah, you was the first person and the first guinea pig of that game. So she wanted to get you kicked out and anybody that believed you.
Had to go. It was a lady literally liked my TikTok video. They kicked her out.
Oh.
She liked the video of my song, like my music video. She didn't even like the content of me talking about them.
But remember she said she didn't like y'all for real. Right?
That's what she
So
said.
she really didn't like y'all. She didn't have no plans on um being of any real support to you anyway. So it was nothing for her to kick you out the group and everybody that do support you and did become friends with you, right? She got a hatred for you if she mad that somebody like your video. That's
Yeah,
hatred.
triggered.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Let Sexy Ray say, was it a cult? That's what it's given. Absolutely.
definitely cultish. Definitely. Um. So basically, we talked in the car for 30 minutes. I mentioned the game because we kind of like talked about the game a little bit. We talked about some other stuff. I can't really recall right now. I do remember telling her like, about my past, about how, men treated me, da 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 da, but whatever. So anyway, we go into the casino. We gamble. I gamble a little bit. I don't think she gambled at all. I did, and we got some drinks and stuff. No food, just got a couple drinks, and then we were sitting there talking, and I remember her, asking me and saying like, basically, did I make a mistake talking to this 23-year-old? And I'm like, girl, hell yeah, you did. I'm paraphrasing this whole conversation, and then she was like, oh, I should have never did this. Oh, I messed up. Blah 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 blah. And so this is kind of like where that NDA came in, where I was like, you don't have to worry about it. I revealed that I told one of my other business partners what was going on. So I'm just gonna have us sign NDAs. We're not gonna tell nobody about it. I said, but this is not a good look. This is exactly what I told her. It's not a good look.
Exactly.
And so she said, yeah, I need you to apologize for her for me. And then she just had the audacity. You know that what it say, and you're blocked. Oh my God.
Mhm.
I would have seen her before this. I would have blocked her so hard. Matter of fact, I would have went home. I would have got in my car and I would have drove back. You got money. You can fly you and your daughter back home. I would have left that night.
Yeah, because she got mental issues.
Yeah.
Not she, because if you're having to ask somebody, like, is it wrong for me to talk to this person? Duh.
You
Do
already
you
know this.
not talk about this in your messages, ma'am?
No, it
Yes.
doesn't apply to her because she's a girl.
Right.
Clearly. We're the one missing the message here.
And, and, and see, this is why this is important to talk about women predators, because women
No, for
are
real.
can be predators for real. A woman preyed on me when I was a little girl. So I
Wow.
know this is facts
Wow.
from my own experience. So for her to feel like she need to question if it's wrong, that means you know it's wrong.
I mean, this is crazy because let me tell you how crazy the internet skills is in your brains. I'm literally watching YouTube and I'm watching this show called Heart and Hustle. And I'm like, I wonder what this is about. Because I don't really watch TV. None of the shows and stuff. So I wonder what this is about. I kid you not, not even 5 minutes into this show. They talking about, mind you, this takes place in Houston as well. They literally talking about one of the cast members dating a dude that's 17 years younger than her. And
Wow.
that's how particular the waves of the internet is in your brain.
Yep. And how women feel like they can get away with
Yep.
that type of predatory behavior.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait till you turn 23. And I ain't gonna say, ain't nothing they could say. Girl, leave him alone.
Like it's like no, that is unacceptable.
Yeah, that's
That is
why
nasty.
if you look on my TikTok page, it's called this got to be a Houston thing because I ain't attracted to no kids. And then there's another video about the French the French president Emmanuel, how his wife was with him when he was in high school. That was literally her child's classmate. Like how you messing with a 24-year age gap?
Because she probably, some of these people, I ain't gonna say all, but a lot of these people with these predatory behaviors, somebody preyed on them. I can
Yeah,
guarantee you Priscilla was SA'd as a
yeah.
child.
She said she was, I believe. Yeah, and a
See,
couple.
that's just what it be. Like, you need to go heal, ma'am. That's the
No,
problem.
that would be too like right. That lady is not about to do that.
You say just look at how many female predators are in school.
Many,
Yeah,
many of
right. And it needs to be talked about more. You know how many guys I dated that said they was SA by a woman? A
yeah.
lot.
Oh
A
my,
lot.
it's the girl.
I'm talking
Yes,
about like 7, 8, 9 years old. A grown woman touching
oh my,
them.
yeah. I know. Yeah, 15 years old. I heard. Yeah, that's crazy.
So it definitely happens more than it's talked about, unfortunately. Unfortunately. And I think it's mainly because they do get away with it.
Yeah.
Or
Well,
somebody did it to them. Hurt people, hurt people.
yeah, because on our way out of the casino, she goes, "Do you want some more aggression?" I did not link the two of what she was saying at first, but then when I got it, I was like, "Oh no!" I said, "No, I don't want none of that." Mm-mm. I said, "I practice my no for all of y'all." And so we walked to the car, and she was like, "I think I left something in the trunk." And so this is an SUV, and I'm like, "Okay, I don't think anything's in the trunk. I think everything's out." I open the trunk. She pushes me forward. I'm not really understanding what's happening, so I like freeze. And then she puts her arms like around like my waist, trying to go, further into areas. And I'm just like, bro, what is happening right now? And I ended up saying, "Are you serious?" Like I came out of my frozen state of "Are you serious?" Because I like froze up, tensed up. And I was like, "Are you really doing this right now?" Is what I said exactly. And she kind of like laughed, and she walked off and went to the front of the car. And then I got in the car. I cranked up. I didn't say anything. I was like really just like quiet. And that's when she went into talking about what she did to the people at the strip club. And in my mind, I'm like, why is she telling me this? Immediately after that, she gets on the phone with this dude, that she used to go to the strip club with, because she's talking this out. It just reminds me of somebody who abuses somebody, and then they just start talking to him like nothing ever happened.
Mm-hmm. Psychopath.
Crazy. And so I'm just like, man, let me get her over here. I go in there and I tell Jasmine what she said about the apology and stuff. Then I told her what she did. I said, I don't know why she would bend me over in the car and do this to me. And then she acted like she would, like her chest was hurting. She was like, I need some air. She didn't say, "Oh, I'm sorry this happened." She did what? I can't believe she's trying to mess with you and talk to me too. She didn't say none of these things. She went outside to go be with her.
So that's to tell you right there that something is mentally not clicking in Jasmine's or Priscilla's brain. Something is off. How do you not, you know, comfort your friend in that moment and run straight to the predator? She was gone already.
Oh yeah, so she had already manipulated them and said, "Oh, you know, I can hear these conversations now. Then I couldn't. I can hear them now, or it's like, oh, you don't need them. You don't need them. You need all you need is me." You know, I can hear her saying something like that to her because she was like the parrot would take my advice and acted like she was really listening to me, but
Hmm.
she got back around her. It was like one. It went in one ear and out the other.
And
So,
she probably was telling Priscilla what you were telling
oh,
her,
of course.
because Priscilla triangulates. She was triangulating that situation.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely
Hmm.
all of that. And then the birthday girl, she ended up going to the spa with her. I told the birthday girl what happened the day after, and she was like, "Oh my god, why would she do that?" You know, she seemed a little bit more concerned. And but when she went to the spa with her, oh girl, all of that went out the window. She was like, "Oh, I found out, you know, I'm tripping a little bit." I was like, "Oh shit, she done got to her too." And I was at that moment I knew. I said, "Ain't nothing I can say to none of these people on this trip. Some mind my business, and I'm just gonna do me." And
Yeah, at that point, because yeah, they already gone mentally. It's like,
ain't nothing I can
can't
do.
trust you
Yeah,
anyway.
the baby was hungry, so I mean, I took the baby to go get some breakfast, and I just, you know, sat over there with her, and then I let her go back with her mom. You know, I stayed out of the room. I just wasn't around them. Just stayed away, out of there, and yeah,
I believe that Priscilla is a part of some type of occult, like secret society type shit.
right, mm-hmm, yeah,
Um, you said she called a guy, whoever that guy was that she was talking to on the phone right after she assaulted you.
yeah. I think his name Carl.
Hmm.
Carl, if you hear this, you can collaborate this story. I heard somebody told me because I don't know. I don't know like etiquettes of the content creator world of doing stuff like this because they say you're not supposed to say names. But I really want Carl to contact me to collaborate this story because he knows. Like she called him right after all this happened.
Well, if he in cahoots with her and their friends, he's probably gonna back her up in whatever narrative
And
she's
you
trying to
already,
push.
you know, these dudes don't like her being trying to be like them.
That too. Now, unless he got his own feelings about it, you know.
Yeah,
But yeah, that
that's true.
too. Um, mm. And then the part where she's like, "Do you want some more aggression?" It's like, what is you talking about, weirdo? What?
Yeah, you know, I just was, I don't know, like really flabbergasted, speechless, you know, all the shocking things, and didn't really know how to move. You know, looking back, I would have just left, honestly.
Hmm. Right. Yeah. So
And then I filed a police report. Um, and then the policeman, I'm telling you, they dropped the ball so much. The guy didn't care so much. He drug his ass getting over there to the casino. So the, you know, to check for video footage.
now, have you reached out to Priscilla about the police report and things like that? Have you personally reached out to her?
Hell no, I ain't reached out to her. All right, I definitely am KOG show. Definitely doing a claim right now. I'm in the process of filing it right now as we speak.
Is
All
she
their paper
being charged or sued legally? Okay, she is being. She do
charge.
have a case, and
There's
she
a
being
one.
charged. Well, yeah, I asked because it's like, at least you had that for the record too. Like,
Doesn't matter though. She don't get over for the most part. If she never goes back to hot springs, she's never going to jail because they're not going to do anything to her.
and that's kind of fucked up. Like,
Yeah. Hmm. People can get away with assaulting you, so I said, well, I'm just gonna get away with whooping people ass. I guess drive by whoop ass attacks. I don't know what it was. It was a little short person.
Because they make you file a police report in the city that it happened, which doesn't really help the situation because she's in Houston. So,
Can't do it in, yeah, can't do it here because it didn't happen here.
have you consulted with an attorney to see
Yeah,
what your other options may be?
I might right now. I'm focusing on the suing portion, like the legal. Basically, I've been harmed, I've been injured, and I'm seeking remedy, and I will be seeking that remedy, and I'm working with somebody to get that.
Okay, so to everybody who claims that Dana allegations or experience with Priscilla was not factual, and y'all gotta go look at the police report. Y'all gotta go do your research and do your due diligence so that you're able to get the full scope of this very violating situation. And get the fact, get the whole concept out of your mind that people of big influence, right, can do no wrong. Oh no, they would never do that. How do you know what a person will do? A lot of people get on social media and be somebody totally different from who they truly are in real life. There are a small number of people that is truly authentic on and off camera. Clearly, Dana said she turned into a whole toxic masculine off camera. In person. The mask just fell off. She put it back on, but it fell off several times throughout that trip that they had.
Now she ain't put that mask back on at all. That
And,
mask,
and
she said, "Fuck that mask." Where it fell at, she just kept on walking and left the thing right there.
she thought she could be exactly who she is around y'all. She felt comfortable.
But she
She
ain't
felt
like us.
comfortable,
She felt comfortable. She ain't like us.
but she ain't like y'all. That's weird too. Like how you around
What
these
if
people
like
and you don't
what
like.
if me after I wasn't on her side? I'm a 39-year old like her, and I'm not on her side. I'm on protecting my friend. I'm on protecting my friend because I already know you on bullshit. So I'm on protecting her, and then my friend just like, girl, this a once in a lifetime opportunity, girl.
So
Bitch,
really, her
I'm
saying I don't
calling
like
you.
y'all is, oh, I can't manipulate them like I want to. I can't control them like I want to.
Well, she was saying that before she knew she could control the other two. So
Mm, damn. Well, that's fucked up because yeah, Jasmine gone. I got the video. I'm gonna probably play it once we disconnect, but I just wanted to make sure that you were able to share your story again, or at least most of it,
yeah, uh,
because
shout out to Flavillain for like I know people like in the controversy of her voting for who she voted for. I don't care about none of that. Yeah, the whole goal. Anybody against this rabbit brain, toxic demon girl? She. I mean, it was messed up how it all happened. She pretty much told her, "Hey, let's talk about this," and then spent it and started talking about other stuff on her. And so the girl like, oh, let me go do a little bit more research on you. Let me do some.
mm,
And then she started finding out what she found out. So when she found out what she found out, she brought everything back to light because, mind you, this stuff happened April 24th of 24. I did my story on December 25th, and then I posted it, but it was taking so long to post that it posted on the 26th. Um, then um, the numbers of it wasn't really anything, and I wasn't really looking for numbers. I literally was putting this out for those book club members who thought that whatever they thought, you know,
mm.
and letting other people know that this is who she is and what she did, as well as showing women predators, as well as showing how women will literally just side with somebody without even getting the other person's story. So that was my whole purpose of putting it out, as well as sharing my truth. And yeah, that's the whole point of me doing it. And so I put it out there, and like I said, numbers wasn't doing anything really because I'm not a big content creator, and so it just kind of like went in the shadows. And then when Flawed Villain came back out and started talking about her, that's now it's still not, to me, I'm not saying it's getting numbers, but more people are looking at the story to see like what's happened, like okay, what they talking about.
I don't
Um,
think it's getting enough attention. I
well,
think it got some. I've seen it, but it's like it's almost like okay, on people on to the next topic now, and it's like okay,
well, yeah,
something else gonna come
shadowed,
up. I believe that.
I got shadowed by the grooming stuff with her girlfriend. Cause see, if the I mean her ex girlfriend, B Taylor.
Oh,
See,
right, right.
what happened is B Taylor ended up pretty much displaying my innocence right on her live. Somebody told me that PC was live. This is when we got back from the trip. Somebody told me that PC was live and she was talking about me. So I went to the live, and then I went over to B Taylor. Somebody told me to go to B Taylor live, and she went on there. And as soon as she went on there, I started recording, and she said, and Dana, she trying to use Dana as a scapegoat because she called me talking about this girl named Dana might call you. Don't listen to nothing that she's talking about. And she was like, I thought Dana paid for you to go on this trip. Why are you talking bad about Dana? And she said, I knew from right then and there that something was not right. And she was the cause of it. Like she was trying to use Dana as a scapegoat. Like, so I'm like, okay, bam. So she seen through the bullshit immediately.
Mm,
So
right.
yeah,
Yeah. That is just insane. Like
yeah,
I
all of that got overshadowed by what happened with me. That's why I didn't even say anything. So I said it later.
and before I even realized that it came back up, that was when I was reaching out to you because I realized, dang, it's been like 6 or almost 7 months or so since we last talked about it. You know, let's do an update. Let's see, just to kind of touch bases. And then it was like, oh, I see what's going on with Flaw Villain and Priscilla. But to me, like I've said before, it's good that you know, Flaw Villain was able to expose Priscilla on a whole nother level because she has just as big of a platform as Priscilla does, I
Oh,
think.
her platform's bigger. She got three
Oh,
hundred
is
thousand
it?
followers on
Oh,
TikTok.
I don't know. I just know she had a lot. And I don't know how many Priscilla got, but
Who
yeah.
knows?
Um,
Who even knows if they're real? So
hmm.
I say, who even knows if those followers are real?
Right, because at the end of the day, yeah, that is people can buy followers and things like that. So
Yep.
Um, but anyway, it was important that somebody else said something with a seemingly bigger platform than Priscilla. Um, with more influence or
Yeah.
some influence, just as great as hers, So yeah. If only I see some other content creators speaking about it, but I don't know. They could be suppressing the content.
I,
That they could really be doing that.
I've seen a lot of people talk about it, but see what happens is this my story gets overshadowed by them talking about who Flaw Villain voted for. Her saying racial slurs in comments, her fat shaming, all of that it's getting overshadowed with that stuff. Isn't this right here? They people do not care about this. I'm not the pretty light skinned girl with the long hair with the body. I'm not her. I'm not the perfect victim. I'm not crying. I'm not.
Damn.
Yeah. So
A perfect victim.
if they
That
give a damn, they do not give a damn. They're like, oh girl, shut up. And that's pretty much. Now there are people who do
really fucked
care.
up.
There's people that do care, but Mm, nothing's happening. So
It's messed up though, how people see things like, oh, there's no way that they could be a victim because they don't look like one. What?
yeah,
This is the world we live in though. So I wanted to be able to extend my platform to you and anybody else who want to tell their stories about anybody, because awareness is what we need.
that.
People need to know that, again, women could be predators too, especially ones with influence in these big platforms and claiming themselves to be girls and trying to help the sisters and create these sister groups and all of that. Child, please.
Yeah, the sister code is not a real thing. Girl code, not a real thing. Community girls, just not a real thing. I have been in too many girl spaces, and it's just way too toxic from work, from online spaces. I kid you not, y'all. I kid you not. It's only literally four black women playing this game. It's called Whiteout Survival. In my state, it's only four black women. Right now, it's two black women riving against each other right now.
Wow. Wow. I try to keep the faith, but what I realize is that a lot of women, first off, I speak about healing a lot because it takes for you to be healed or at least on a road towards healing in order to really embody that frequency of real sisterhood, first of
Mhm.
all. Otherwise, they're going to misuse, abuse, manipulate, and do all of the things that Priscilla is doing and some. They're
Mhm.
going to take it for granted. They're not going to know how to be a sister. They're not going to know how to do that. So I don't even waste my time anymore. I've had several groups that has just been completely destroyed because of either the women are too male censored or they are too codependent,
Mhm.
and they're looking for more of a mm, somebody to follow versus be their own leaders and
Mhm.
still know how to operate amongst other women who are leaders, if that makes sense. It's like
Yeah.
I'm not looking to lead a pack of women that can't think for themselves.
Right.
We got to be able to converse and have effective conversations. How can we
And
do that if you're looking for me to answer every damn thing?
and I don't need you to worship me either.
That either.
I
Like,
just don't. I
no.
don't need that. Like I don't need you like falling and walling all over me and fine. Oh, it's crazy,
And
crazy how.
and I think it's one thing to be inspired. You could be inspired, but to just like how you say, worship, mm-mm. I'd be inspired all day long by people. Like,
Mhm.
oh yeah, but no, you gotta be comfortable in your own skin, confident, right? Speak up for yourself, critically think for yourself, and have self-control. But
Well,
this is what Priscilla acts like she teaches. She doesn't really teach true sovereignty. She don't. She's not even sovereign, and she doesn't even operate from a frequency of sovereignty. You can't teach that if you're not that. You're chaos. That's what you are. You're a liar. You're a deceiver. And that's why I spare. Uh-oh, I think her phone probably died. Dana, let me know what happened in the chat. But that's why I do not. I'm gonna wait for her to come back. I'm gonna just pull this back up like this. But that's why I do not, spare anyone when it comes to the truth and people speaking their truth and people exposing whomever. because I don't put anyone on a pedestal. I don't put anyone on a pedestal. Priscilla could get it. Anybody could get it. You doing people dirty. You doing nasty work out here in these streets. You can get exposed too by simply someone telling their truth. Hold on. She came back. Um, Here we go. You back up.
My bad. I got fat fingered out of here. Kick me out.
Oh, I was gonna say I thought your battery died or something. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. It was
Okay.
connecting still.
Yeah, I said I thought your battery had died. I said she'll probably come back up.
Girl, it's on death row, but it's been on the charger this whole time, so it's all right.
Okay. I didn't even put mine on charge, but yeah, I was just saying that I don't put anyone on a pedestal. Anybody can get it. Like it's you doing people dirty, then you can get exposed. Period. That's just how I feel about it.
Yeah.
I don't care who it is, because people know exactly what they be doing. People think about things
No,
before they
people
do
really
it.
do know what they be doing for real.
So there is
They,
no excuse.
my my guy friend said, "You act like guys wake up and just plan to go mess with people." I be like, I said, absolutely, they do. I said, and some women
Andrew,
do, and some women do
right.
too.
Just be
They,
on bullshit.
like who can I get today? Looking
Right.
type of shit.
Who can I
Like,
who can I manipulate today?
yeah, who's on the list? Oh, let me text all the girls on my phone. Let me see. Like literally, I said some women do the same thing. Yeah,
They do. Look at Shira 7. She do
let me see
she
what I can
teach
tell.
other women how to do it. So it's like, yeah, they gonna do it however they gotta do it to get what they need and what they want. It's just how you play the game. It's a game. But at some point, like me, I'm to the point in my life at this very moment, I don't want to play no games. It's
Right, I
like
don't have time,
I don't. I'm
and they
not
be
interested enough.
mad. They be so mad when you don't want to play them games.
And then women that get mad at you, like, well, how dare you say this, that, and the third about Shira, blah, blah, blah. It's not just her. It's that mindset, period. It's the mindset. I don't have time for it. I'd rather go read a book. I'd rather go sit out in nature. I'd rather go for a walk
I
or
mean,
sleep.
I never really listened to her before, so I really don't know what they talking about when they say it. But I don't put nothing past. After this, I'm putting up past none of them.
You gotta,
Everybody is Diddy in my eyes.
okay. Well, with Shira Seven's advice, you gotta put in work. You
Mm-mm.
gotta, dress the part, look the part, act the part.
Nope, I
So
like wearing
then
my workout
you can get
clothes.
chose, and then get you a provider man. Fuck all that.
I'm
I
glad
don't care.
I'm doing the opposite.
Mm, I
Just
just don't care.
leave me alone.
And honestly, too, I'm gonna say this, and then if you want to got anything else, you can say. I'll let you go if you want to say anything else. But what I've realized on my healing journey is that the more you heal, the less men are really attracted to you because most men are low vibrational. A lot of women is too. It's not to say that, it's not a gender thing. It's just most people in general are low vibrational because
Yeah,
they choose not to heal and be toxic. So a lot of people just will steer clear of you, male and female, family and friends, whoever. That you just
yeah,
become
very
a person that they don't really resonate with no more. So you'll find yourself not being approached, and it don't have nothing to do with how a person looks. It's the energy.
I'm fine. You ain't even got
That's
to
what I
approach
know.
me. I'm okay.
Me either.
I'm so good.
I be
Ain't
like, you
nobody
know what?
ain't nobody gotta say nothing to me. I'm good. Matter of fact, my son graduates this year. I'll be traveling the world so everybody can miss me.
That's what I want to do. I swear, I told my kids the same thing. Look, they're like, "Where you gonna be going?" I said, "I don't know. Anywhere I want to go. I'ma just travel.
Hmm.
I can't wait. I
Me,
can't
yeah.
wait. That's
I'll
all I
be,
ever wanted to do."
yeah, I'll travel. I'll sing in those other places. When I went to South America, them people they was loving me. This guy was like, "I would hire you if you lived here. Are you gonna move here?"
Aw,
But yeah,
that's
I
beautiful.
would, yeah. I'm just gonna live my life. I ain't got time to be even dealing with these people. But yep, just know, the only thing that I have to say is there will be me moving forward for sure. Going to get justice and get my remedy for being harmed by this evil, toxic individual. People need to know who she is. Also, people just really need to honestly just like I ain't trying to say like don't follow you either because people will say, well, how do we know Lady Isis ain't the same way? It's just like,
Well, I tell people, the people, my OG followers, they know, especially that I don't have anything to prove. And I tell people to trust their own intuition. If I
mm-hmm,
resonate with you, then chances are you authentic too. Because I'm me. I don't get on here and act like somebody that I'm not,
mm-hmm,
you know. And I don't have to prove that. I want people to trust their inner voice. How do
yeah,
you feel? That's how you able to decipher if a person is trying to manipulate you or not,
right,
right? So I can say all day long, hey, trust me, trust me, trust me. But it's like if you ain't feeling that, then my words is empty. It means nothing. But the ones who've been here, the ones that's been following me, the ones that engage, then they know.
right, yeah, and yeah, nobody.
Especially the ones that's been here when they did. I've been on several smear campaigns. They did try to get rid of me so many times, even on YouTube, girl.
Damn.
So they've seen it. They've seen it, the ones that's been here, they seen it. And you still just you gotta keep it moving. You gotta keep it moving. The ones who get attacked a lot of times are the ones that people are intimidated by anyway, from their sense of confidence and authenticity.
Another thing that really bothers me to this day is probably about maybe 10, maybe 15, 16 years ago. My stepsister, she told me that she had got into it with a content creator. But before then they wouldn't call them content creators, but just somebody on YouTube. It was some big person on YouTube, and she ended up getting into it with them on there. I hate that she told me about that to this day because I always had that in the back of my mind. And then it manifested. The stuff that you don't want to happen still will manifest. And
Yeah,
that's why words matter. Like I'm so big on words. I'm very intentional now about what I put in my face and what I watch. I watch no male, female sector stuff. I don't watch it at all. So I just right now I'll be watching gardening stuff because that's what I be doing. And then
I love it. I love that.
yeah, and I do meditation and stuff like that. I listen to a lot of Hertz music. I watch documentaries because I am going to be traveling. I'll watch a lot of DIY videos because I want to convert out a box truck stealth one. So yeah, I just want to live my life and be able to maneuver. Ain't nobody's look. I still trade on the market to this day. So
No, it's what's up.
during this during that time, I had about 20 women that were I was teaching. But they said she said if you're following me, then you got to go. So to
Mm,
stop those women from continuing to go in that direction with me. I don't know. I think it's only like a couple women that kind of stay with me in that area. They're not trading, but they are in my group. So
okay.
yeah. But yeah,
But
just
that's
be very
good.
careful about what you listen to. So, you know, I guess I learned that I was a manifester with the human design.
Mm-hmm.
And so I pretty much, somebody was like, look how close you got to her. She was like, you probably have the ability to get close to really high influential people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
because I feel like, but she was, see, Priscilla, she didn't know how to handle a person like you. I think she took your kindness for weakness.
she did, definitely.
She didn't know. Well, she knew, but
She
she
know,
didn't know.
she know now.
It's like she definitely do. She definitely do. You can't
So next time I face her, will
manipulators.
behind somebody with a black robe and a gavel.
I know
Checkmate.
that's right. Look, I'm about to show you. I got my gavel right here on my. I don't know what my little thing is, but I keep me a gavel, child. But
So you
yeah,
wanna play?
she
You wanna play
definitely need
the
to be
game?
in somebody's court.
Yes. You wanna play the game? We're gonna go to court game. Let's play that one.
Right. So she like to make games and stuff.
Since I'm lying,
Literally.
since I'm ugly, since I'm dark skinned and I'm fat, let me take my fat ugly ass to this court and file
Oh,
this claim
that's
on your
ridiculous.
ass. Yeah.
Please. Please. And she be having a nerve say, you see the type of people I date, right? Oh, I date this,
I
I
could
date
talk.
that.
Can you?
Girl.
I could talk about Priscilla's bumpy. I don't take a bath ass skin all day, but I don't. I'm not trying. That's why I said words matter, and I'm not trying to even go that route with her. She looked like him.
Mm,
She looked exactly like him.
mm.
You know, I could go there. If we can go back and forth. But you can bring me up on the panel and we can just ride. But
Mm.
you're not gonna say none of this shit in person. But what we will be talking is uh defendant and plaintiff. That's what we will be talking. Yeah. Talk there.
She ain't gonna talk. She gonna avoid this by any means necessary. But I hope you get the justice that you deserve, and she is forced to deal with this situation. I really do.
And the parrot is also gonna get it as well because she was. This was they both said this. They wanted to make the story up. They had to make it out. They had to do damage control and make it look good. So yeah, the parrot.
And
Yeah,
the fact that they were doing these things around Priscilla's child is alarming.
this story doesn't matter to the people. I'm telling you, they're not listening to listen to what really happened. They listening to say this is a fat black woman talking, a fat black dark skinned woman talking about nothing. That's literally what they are not listening at all.
But they will. They will. And
Yeah,
then they're
they
gonna
ain't got
have
no
something to go
choice.
back to.
Yeah.
And they're gonna get all the facts because something else is gonna come up. And the fact that, like I said, they're doing these things or have done these things allegedly around her child, that's abuse.
Mm-hmm.
And the proof gonna be in the pudding because her daughter gonna grow up and have a story to tell too. So it might not happen right now. It might not happen 6 months from now. But something else is going to hit the fan because you can only do what you do for so long before it comes to light. So all of that influence is not going to mean shit. All of that, the following, and because I heard Priscilla say that too when she was on the live with Flaw Villain. Flaw Villain, y'all, is another content creator on TikTok, and they were supposed to have a collaboration, but it went sour. It didn't turn out the way that it should have turned out. But during that live, she had said something like, "Yeah, the girls, they not really listening to me no more. They talking about flaw villain, And it's like that's all she care about. All she care about is to be the topic of this discussion and for people to, worship her. That's it,
Mm-hmm.
and she'll do it by any means necessary. So therefore, She got a whole lot of skeletons in her closet. And sooner than later, it's going to be exposed. You only can hide for so long, Priscilla, if you ever see this.
Mm.
And she claims she don't watch other content creators.
Well, that's all I got for y'all. Ain't nothing else that I got. Um, I'll come back update you after we go through litigation.
Well, thank you, Dana, for coming up again. I appreciate your bravery and
I think her
all that you had.
connection is not working.
You can't hear me? I think it might have disconnected her again. But let me see. Let me type something in the chat. Because she's still up there. So I'm going to show y'all who the girlfriend of Priscilla is before we get off the live. And can y'all hear me in the chat? Anybody woke?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, there we go. It was just like the connection was like just going in circles on for you. It was
Oh, oh,
yeah.
Jessica say she still could hear me. So you were still up there. It said it, you was on mute. I don't know. But I was just saying, I do hope you get the justice that you deserve. And to definitely keep me posted. Um, hopefully we have you back soon with some good information, or not good information, but good update, you
Yeah.
know, where things have progressed and she does not get away with this
Yeah. Either
much
yeah.
longer.
It's gonna take the people to hold her accountable.
Hmm.
But yeah, thank you again
But
for
yeah,
having me and having this safe space. I really appreciate it.
you're welcome, Dana. I'll talk to you soon.
All right. Bye.
Okay. Bye
See you
bye.
guys. Bye chat.
Okay, y'all. Let me see. Let me change my screen. Oh, shoot. You're the hottest thing that walked in the club. Here we go. All right. So for those that's going to catch this replay and you don't know who Priscilla is, so I think a lot of people do, and there's also a lot of people. I mean, everybody don't know who she is, but you know, I'll let me show y'all my TikTok, and then I'm gonna play this video. Thank you, Coco. Thank you. She said, "Good show." I think it's a topic that definitely needs to be talked about more, especially with these people that call themselves influencers and they're doing dirty work behind the scenes. Dirty, nasty, filthy work behind the scenes. You cannot get up here and be a hypocrite. You acting like you're one way and then you're another way, you know, off camera, and you think that it's acceptable because you think that you can get away with it. No, no. So just want to show these couple of videos really quick, and then I'm gonna let y'all go. It's what she say, who make you feel bad about what, and how women, women could be cult leaders too. This is clearly textbook narcissistic cult leader behavior. She has a target, and that's who she market to. Her target is broken and young women. Broken women, young women is her target. Mask and, all of these embellished words, and, all of these seemingly enlightening messages that she gives to women and tearing them down at the same time. That's typical textbook narcissistic behavior. Let me see. Do this have music? Because I don't want to play no music. Here, let me see if I can play this. Because this is a video of Priscilla and her girlfriend now that she's with. She has a ex that Dana mentioned earlier in the show. She just dropped her YouTube channel. It's Dana Fully Love. But when Dana was up, she mentioned a young lady named B. Taylor who was dating Priscilla before the girl that's with Priscilla now, the young girl. Or she's a young lady, but she's awfully young. And make sure you guys go follow Dana's YouTube channel if you can. I got it up here on the screen. But Priscilla's ex had told her story about how it was dealing with her. If I could find a link to that video, I will post that in the comments too, where you guys can go and watch her video as well. Okay. But let me share this with y'all. Really, yes, sexy thing. Because some of y'all may see her face and say, "Oh yeah, I remember who that is." You know. There we go.
And are so insecure, why would you get with somebody who make you feel bad about a craft that you enjoy? Yeah. Right? Why would you get with somebody that make you feel bad about your past? Right. Expression is life. Yes. Expressing your creativity is life. See, this is why you don't get with men, because men want to take your joy away from you. They want to own you.
So this is, you hear her say, "This is why you don't get with men." And so then when I say things like, "Oh, Priscilla is trying to persuade the girlies to go be with other girlies." Oh, that's not what she's saying. That's not what she's saying. She's not trying to convince us to go be with me. But she says this all the time. That's why you shouldn't be with men. You should be with women. That's what her intention is. She wants to make the girls same sex. That's what she want to do. And like I said, it's nothing against anybody who is, but it's like, just be honest. Just be honest. And she is being honest, but I don't think people catching it. They just like, no, she can't make me be this. But if that's what her intentions is, and that's what her energy is, and then a lot of times, like when Priscilla, okay, some of the comments I've seen the girls say, like, she's sexy, or for she for a girl, or for whatever she's trying to be. Like, I still feel like she is influencing people to like her in a sexual way. Like, if that makes sense. Like, I gotta get my words together for that. But yeah, I think some of y'all get what I'm saying.
They want you to play a role that make them look better, which ends up killing you on the inside. She got to a point where she was disliking her attractiveness. It was starting to get to a point where she was atrophying. Yeah. That right there is why you don't get with a man, because they ain't gonna do nothing but see that you injured. They'll see that you spiritually injured, see that you emotionally injured. Instead of being somebody that breathes and speak life into you, they'll be like, how can I get over on her? What can I take from her to drag her further down? Oh, this is an opportunity to get with a baddie who don't know that she a baddie. Yes, and fucking self-sabotage you because you don't know your worth.
And that's exactly what she do. That's exactly what she do. She feel like, oh, y'all, this is some diabolical shit. I'm telling you. Like, it is. It is. Let me go to what is this page? See, sometimes we can really run from the lion and meet the bear. I think that's where that whole concept comes from. You can run from one predator to another predator. You thinking just because you got with um somebody who's not seemingly tearing you down as much as the previous partner was, don't mean that they won't. Don't mean that they're not going to still psychologically and spiritually and emotionally abuse you. They're just going to find a different tactic to do that. That's what I'm really trying to say. It's like Priscilla know what Jasmine went through. Or no, is her name Jasmine? Child, is her name Jade or Jasmine? I'm getting confused now. But her TikTok is meaning of Jade. But she knows what she's been through. So she knows what and what not to do to get her to feel comfortable and open and as if she's doing a good thing by being with her, trusting her, being vulnerable with her. So, in response to everything that was going on between Priscilla and Flawed Villain and Jasmine's age coming up as a factor in the deconstructing of tearing down Priscilla and the deconstructing of her, Jasmine responds with this here video. She said the parrot. She responded with this video. Now I want y'all to just really listen to what she's saying.
I'm a child. Mind you, I'm 24 going. I guess it's about time I formally introduce myself. I'm Jasmine, Princella's forever 23-year-old girlfriend. And it's recently come to my attention that I'm being groomed, pimped. I don't have a mind of my own. I'm a child. Mind you, I'm 24 going on 25. Mind you, I used to be a stripper. I can drink, I can rent, I can drive, I can strip for grown ass men, but I can't make my own relationship decisions. In the eyes of the law, I am a legal adult. And the law is the only thing that actually matters when we're going to get up here and claim sexual assault and pimping. And I find it so funny that all of this is coming from a woman who voted for Trump. Supposedly, no one can ever run game on her, but you got pimped by Trump, tricked by Trump. Same woman that used to speak so highly of Princella, the Queenmaker. All of a sudden, the mask is off. She's a fraud. She's all this. Well, why couldn't you see through game? You're the expert, right? You don't get to get up here and bring me into it using fake outrage because you don't give a fuck about me. You're trying to use me as a pawn against Princella to try to damage her reputation, which isn't going to work because guess what? The truth don't need no defense. Authenticity is authenticity, period. On camera and off camera. Anybody that fucks with me knows this. It's only people who are not in their right mind, who are driven by greed, validation, and manipulation,
that claim that Princella is such a predator. My thing is, if you knew game, why couldn't you see that from the jump street? See, you played yourself when you came on her live in the first place. You obviously don't watch Princella because anybody in their right mind knows if you're not authentic, you don't got no business talking to her. Why? Because she's going to pull the mask right off of you. Ma'am, when you were on live, you could not speak up for yourself. You could not articulate and defend yourself. Yet you're so mature and you know game. Yet you voted to put a man in office who openly hates women. Mind you, you're a woman. Mind you, you're also now calling yourself the queen of decenter men while voting for a misogynistic man. And also validating that by saying you don't believe a woman can run an office because it's too dangerous for the global political stage. That's bullshit. You identify with being white more than you identify with being a woman. My thing is, don't bring me into this. You don't know me from a can of paint. And now everybody is so concerned about my age, as if I'm not a legal grown adult, as if I don't have a mind of my own. And my thing about this pimping thing, coming from the strip club, knowing pimping whole culture.
Because she is pausing the video a lot. Like, you probably can't see it on the screen that I'm sharing with you, but if you went to her actual video, you can see the clips, like where she's pausing it and recording again. So she definitely could have got some of this from Chat GPT, or Priscilla probably was sitting right next to her telling her what to say. And then you could speed it up to make it seem like it's one whole video, right? It is seem like that, but that's not what's really going on. She was pausing and going back and forth and saying this, that, and the third.
If you're being pimped out as a whole, you got to pay your pimp. Well, that doesn't quite align with my scenario because I get paid. And little do you know, I don't have to pay for anything. Nothing. We've been together for a year and a half, going on 2 years. Never asked me for a dime. I work for her company. I get paid. Paid very well, might I ask. I have my dream career. I'm able to utilize my skills, gifts, and natural talents in order to create a position in business that not only adds value to me, but adds value to the community. And y'all are trying to weaponize this as if our relationship is so bad. You're so concerned for my safety, and it's total fake outrage, and you don't give a fuck about me. Crazy part about this is I'm the happiest I've ever been. I'm the healthiest I've ever been. I make more money than I've ever made, even as a stripper. And you're really trying to see?
And so, do y'all see how that manipulation has worked on Jasmine? Priscilla provided an environment for her where she feels like she's more free, right? She's making more money. She's seemingly thriving and she's more happy than she's ever been. She's healthier than she's ever been. She getting all the bookings she's ever gotten as a side hustling stripper on the side. I added that, but I'm just saying because she's still doing that. But Priscilla has provided an environment for Jasmine to feel like she's free when she's still not as free as she thinks she is. That's manipulation, textbook narcissism. They have to create an environment where you feel like you're free, but you're still under their control. So she thinks she eating it up with this response to what Flaw Villain was saying, and everybody going at her about the age thing. But you just proving our point that you don't really know how complex manipulation is and psychological control really works. Her speaking about it and trying to defend it further explains just how deeply manipulated she really is, and she don't see it. She ain't gonna see it until she see it. You get what I'm saying?
Sit here and act like I'm being pimped out against my will?
And she don't look at it like being pimped out because she ain't on a corner and then having to take it back to pimp it out Priscilla. She ain't looking at it like that. But you can still be getting pimped out. You work for her. You work for her. She pays you. I'm pretty sure you're having to do everything she asks you to do and some. You're not as happy as you make it seem. Neither are you free as you make it seem either. So she could very much still be pimping you out on a psychological level. It ain't gotta be, oh yeah, she got me out on the street and I gotta run my cash back to her at the end of the day and she take care of me. Like, no. You're being trafficked, ma'am. That's what it sounds like to me.
It's only right that I speak up for myself. You will never beat the Trump charges because it's not alleged. You admitted to willingly voting to put this man in office. Look at everything he's done in 7 months in office. You're partially responsible for that. You're worried about the wrong shit. You're deflecting to try to clear your name to beat the Trump allegations. My bad, Trump charges. And with me being in this relationship, not having to pay for a thing, not having to worry about a thing. Also, I initiated the relationship. I bagged her. I made the first move.
She said she bagged Priscilla. So that's her badge of honor, right? Like, okay, I was the one that went after her. I was the one who, won her at the end of the day. Y'all, this is, and it's kind of like, should we care? She doesn't care. She doesn't care. She doesn't care that she's being manipulated because she feel like she's not being manipulated. She feel like she's free.
Now, what's the narrative? You're
Uh-oh.
not hurting nobody but yourself, baby.
Come on now.
Instead of taking your L lesson, reflecting and learning from it, you decide to go nuclear and self-destruct. For someone who could not advocate for themselves when they were on the spot, to be going on this rampage
No, this ain't.
months later, when you feel like you only have power from behind the camera, where you can pause and record and edit as much as you want to until you're happy with the final cut, because your inability to show up authentically, because you stand on nothing and you fall for anything. Now you're claiming to be the expert. Now you're claiming to know game. You've been gamed multiple times. Ma'am, you've been stripped for 10 years and haven't made it out the club. I only stripped for a year, less than a year actually, and my life has completely changed.
Oh, it's loading. I don't feel like waiting for this right now. I don't. But if y'all get time,
Princella has helped me heal in a multitude of ways.
what I'll do is probably add it. I'll post it to my videos and then I'll just talk about it from there. But I just want to try to get an idea of what I'm saying when it comes to just how deeply manipulated she really is and don't realize it. Okay, I don't know why it's loading like this, but I don't even have time to wait for it right now. But imposters. I don't know. When I even look at her eyes and I look at Priscilla eyes, it doesn't give sane. It don't give sane to me. It doesn't give I'm in my right mind. It really don't. Nah, they say narcissists got this certain eye. It's just something about the eyes. It gives that. You say pissy the old ashy man. Absolutely. And then she tried to compare it with the relationship. I guess this older man is in a relationship with a younger girl. So she tried to validate her relationship by posting a video here, talking about how basically they will compliment the girl with the older man, but then try to bash her as a young female with the older woman. It's all fucked up. It doesn't matter who, male or female. It don't matter. I don't believe somebody in their early 20s should be with somebody knocking 40. male or female. But a lot of older people feel like it's okay. A lot of the older generations feel like it's okay. In fact, they might encourage you to go and be with somebody older so that they can take care of you. Right? No, the objective is to brainwash. That's it right there, Miss Sexy Ray. The objective is to take care of yourself. Be self-sufficient. Don't depend on anybody to take care of you in any way. Why? Because it makes you vulnerable to manipulation. You got to be able to take care of yourself. Now, somebody coming into your life as an asset and wanting to, give you something, that's different from somebody totally being in control of your income. Somebody being totally in control of how you think, how you show up in the world, and how you create things. She make it seem like that's what it is, but the energy don't give that. And energy don't lie. People do. That's one of my favorite sayings. Energy do not lie. Motherfucking people do. You say then all these people just automatically agree with her. Right. Yep. So if you don't take nothing else from this live, okay, just take at least the awareness part of it. Share it. Talk about it. Right? If you've experienced something like this and you want to come up on my platform and talk about it, share it. Share your experience. Because the only way to truly get justice outside of court is to speak your truth, is to expose what happened. Question everything and everybody. If it don't feel right, it ain't right. And if you're going to be a part of a cult, make sure you can question the damn leader. Make sure that you can challenge them in a way, because I'm not totally against the concept of occults or cults. I'm not totally against it. It's just about the intentions, right? It's the intentions behind it. You can have pacts and things like that with people that are actually loyal, that you can trust, right? People people have things like that all the time. But when you are manipulating people for their downfall and you're not providing any form of personal development, you are a liar, you are a fraud, and you need to be exposed. So again, thank you guys for tuning in to this live. We've been on live for about almost 3 hours. So I'm gonna let you guys go. It's early in the morning where I am. So good morning, grand rising. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, whenever you catch this live, okay? If you're feeling the vibes, go ahead and subscribe. But anybody that's going to catch this replay, make sure y'all let me know down in the comments and any links that I feel will be relevant to this video. I'm going to post them in the comments. I will see you guys around. I look forward to your comments. I love reading you guys' comments, and I'm definitely going to post a more condensed version of this live to the video part of my YouTube channel. Jessica says, "Sweet dreams, SD." She says, "You're amazing. Keep doing your thing, my love. I look forward to your lives and constant meaningful discussions on ever change." Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate you so much. Much love to you too, and thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Shout out to all the Bushwatchers. Shout out to everybody who are my silent supporters who don't say much, but you always watch my videos and you contribute in that way. I appreciate you all. I love you all for real. Okay. Stay true to you. Stay true to you. Until next time. Bye.